What's up guys, it's Alan here, and today we finally have the iPhone 12 review video. Hey guys, if you're new to the channel, my name is Alan. I'm going to be creating videos hopefully every week, if not more, about personal finance, tech, and business. So yeah, let's get into this video. So, I've had this iPhone 12 since Christmas, so it's been a little over 2 weeks, so I think I'm qualified enough to review it. So we're just going to take a look at all the things that they say with 5G and the flat sides compared to the iPhone 11, all sorts of stuff, and hopefully by the end of this you can make an informed decision whether or not you should purchase the iPhone 12. One of the newest and major things that you notice immediately when you take the iPhone 12 out of its box is the edges. So the edges are completely different to iPhone 11, or basically any phone since the iPhone 5, I believe. So now we got full flat edges all around the phone, which is completely flat. Like, you can just stand it up, boom. Any side you feel, on the top, bottom, sides, and it stands perfectly. So what does this mean? It's a really, really different feel, I'll tell you that. Holding an iPhone 11 to the 12, for me, the 12 just feels a lot better to hold in the hand. The rounded edges aren't like cutting into my hand. It just feels a lot nicer, and you're getting the same size screen in a more compact phone. So this is really inspired from the iPhone 12, the iPad Pro, the iPhone 12, and it have very, very similar designs. You can see basically the same, the completely flat edges that you got on the iPad. I don't think, oh, yeah, actually you can put this one straight as well, do the flat edges. So yeah, that's basically it. This one, it's a small difference really when you put it in a case. It couldn't make a big difference, but you have to point it out because when you get it out of the box, it feels completely different. This is the first time Apple has featured OLED displays across the board. So no matter whether you go with the most expensive iPhone 12 or the cheapest one, you're getting OLED. OLED stands for Organic LED, and this is a much bigger improvement compared to the LCD screens that we saw on the base iPhone 11. So this is a huge difference, period. To do this test, I took all my family members separately into a dark room and asked them which screen is better. One was the iPhone 11, one was the iPhone 12. Side by side, both turned up to max brightness with True Tone on and dark mode off. So it was a pretty fair comparison, viewing the same dark hallway from an Apple TV thing, and all of them said the iPhone 12 was better, and I couldn't agree more. The screen is a drastic difference. It's probably not going to be something, it's not going to be another deal breaker, but comparing them side to side, I can see that the iPhone 12 has a way more vivid and precise and just a better experience overall when it comes to the screen. So I think Apple nailed it on this one. The OLED screen has been amazing, but really when you only put them side by side can you see how much it's improved. So I think the OLED screen is definitely one of the key features, and first time it's going to be there in every single model. And I think the screen is really a good one, and Apple definitely nailed this one. Ceramic Shield is another one of the huge updates that is first seen in iPhone 12. So this is something that we've never seen before in any of the previous generations. So Apple has teamed up with Corning to grow these nanocrystals on top of the glass of the screen to prevent it from, and to give it an increased drop protection. They say it's 4 times better drop protection. I'm not sure how they got 4 times, or if it's just 2 times, but I'm not going to go test that. There's plenty of other YouTube videos if you want to see people drop the phones. I'm not about to drop my new iPhone 12. But that being said, from all the other videos I've seen, it does seem that it's got way better drop protection. Now, on one of MKBHD's videos that I was watching, he clearly explained that drop protection and scratch resistance is 2 completely different things. So it might be 4 times better surviving drops, but how often are you going to drop it without the case? I mean, if you're smart, you would probably buy a case. So that's not a huge deal. It's way bigger, it's way better than the iPhone 11, but again, that is drop protection, not scratch resistant. So this phone is not scratch resistant any better than any of the other previous iPhones. You're still, I think I've already got if you put it in the light correctly, I can see that I've got a tiny little scuff here, and the scratches, they're going to be there, and there's no big improvements on that side, which is typically what I'd like to see more, because you have people scratching the phones a lot more than dropping the phones. So yeah, that's Ceramic Shield. Maybe after I dropped it 1 or 2 times and something happens, maybe then I can tell you how protective it is. But for now, yeah, it's pretty good. One of the other big main things that you've got to consider when getting a phone is its battery life. Now, the battery life on the iPhone 12 has been great for me so far. I'm not a person who uses it super intensively or plays a lot of games on it. I'm only on my phone maybe a couple hours a day, so I don't notice it getting too low. Maybe if you play a lot of games, it could be dying faster. There's been a lot of rumors and stuff about the iPhone 12 battery being way smaller than the previous year's 11s, which is true. Due to the 5G modems, they're not able to fit as big of a battery as they did in the same size as they would with the 11. So it does have smaller milliamp hours in this battery, but because the A14 chip and its very good efficiency, you're not going to notice much of a difference. At least for me, I haven't noticed any problem at all. The battery life is getting me all the way from the beginning to the end of the day. Typically at the end of the day, I end up within anywhere from 40 to 20%. If I use it a lot, 20%. Otherwise, normally about 30-40%. So the battery life has been perfectly fine for me. And yeah, also another thing to notice is the speed. A14 Bionic. This is the chip inside the iPhone 12. This is what's made the drastic difference between the 11, the 12, the XS. This is really what defines it different. So the A14 Bionic is the chip that is inside the iPhone 12. It's got 15 billion, yeah, I think I said that right, 15 billion transistors packed into a 5 nanometer chip. So like a really small chip with a lot of transistors. So comparing this to my old iPhone 7, which is the A10, you can just see how far iPhone has came. I tried pulling up Call of Duty on both of them side by side and measuring it. The first one, the iPhone 7, took me about 1.5 minutes when this one loaded up in 32 seconds, I believe. So we're talking about triple or quadruple the time on the iPhone 12 compared to this. And overall, the A14 Bionic has been amazing for me. Everything from launching apps, to rendering pages, to YouTube videos, everything that I do on this phone has been extremely fast, no problems at all. I think the chips are getting faster and faster. It's probably not a deal breaker for somebody based on the chip, but the A14 Bionic is indeed very strong, and yep, I love it. Colors. This is probably the factor that makes people the most excited when it comes to iPhones. Apple does a great job of colors. Every year they release fresh new color palettes with keeping some of the classics there. And today I'm here to talk about the iPhone 12 colors. So we got white, black, and red. These are like our classics. They're there every year for a long time. And then we got green and blue. So the green is kind of like the iPhone 11 green, but it's much, much lighter. So it's like even more frostier, even more lighter, even more toned back. I think it looks pretty great, honestly. So yeah, those are basically the colors, and we're off to 5G. 5G. This is the first time we're seeing 5G in an iPhone. One of the first smartphones to have it. Samsung got a bunch, but this is really the entryway. This is the new future. This is 5G. Now, unfortunately, I don't live in an area where 5G is accessible, not yet, because Apple's got to say something new for their phones, but I don't think 5G, as important and as cool as it is, I don't think it's one of those features that you absolutely need. The biggest update in the hardware of the iPhone 12 is MagSafe. MagSafe is an exclusive ring of magnets in the back of the iPhone that allows you to put on all sorts of different accessories. I got the MagSafe case, as you can see in my previous video. If you haven't seen that, go check this out afterwards. It's a pretty cool thing, unboxing it and adding it. Pretty much, it slaps onto the back of the phone, plays a little animation, makes a sound, pretty cool. Silicone case, it's a pretty good case. But the main thing is it slaps on using magnets. So there's magnets in the back of the phone, there's magnets in this case. Now to demonstrate that for you, I got this magnetic piece of metal, pure metal, and that sticks right there. It's pretty strong magnets. I was surprised that, yeah, after shaking it, only you have to shake it a lot for it to go off. So the magnets are pretty strong. Same magnets you got in the back of the phone. I don't want to drop the phone, but yeah. See that? Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's holding up the phone. Oops, that's when ceramic shield comes in handy. Nope, all right, good, we're good. So yeah, so it's got pretty strong magnets in both the case and the phone. I think this is gonna be a bigger thing when third-party companies come up with more accessories. Right now, first-party accessories from Apple, we got a case, we got a charger, a wallet, a sleeve. That's basically it. But as new companies like Belkin and other companies comes out with stuff for cameras, car mounts. I think MagSafe will grow to a huge thing that is going to be very profitable. And it's pretty cool also. I don't know if it's really worth it yet. I think once other Chinese knockoff companies will start coming and selling these same cases, except without the Apple logo, for $9.99 with MagSafe, who knows? But yeah, that's pretty much MagSafe. Before we go to the final section where should you get it or should you not, the big question that you have come here to watch this video to answer. Before, I just want to say thank you if you made it this far in the video. We're just going to talk about all the other little nitty-gritty things and then move on to that. So, firstly, unboxing experience, very different this year. Our box is super skinny, and yeah, pretty controversial, half the size of the iPhone 11, but mainly for the fact that you're not getting earpods, you're not getting a brick. All you got is some paperwork, a wire, and your iPhone. So honestly, the reason that Apple said they're doing this, like we all thought, is sustainability. They've gone from it for that angle. They said reducing the size of the box in half will allow them to get more boxes of iPhones on shipping containers, which will reduce less pollution. And basically, just by shrinking the box, they have reduced the pollution of 400,000 cars. Now, should you buy the iPhone 12 or should you not? And I'm going to answer this for you in a very simple way that I think so. But before that, let's take a look at what all iPhone 12 has to offer. So look at this picture right here. We got ceramic shield. We got 5G. We got MagSafe. We got the new OLED screens. We got two sizes, actually, if I didn't tell you already. We got the iPhone 12 and the 12 mini. Basically exactly the same thing, just a smaller one. We got a skinnier box, no earpods. And then, yeah, so just look at this, and these are all the features you're going to be getting. So now, should you get this? And here's my honest opinion. You got the iPhone 11, you don't need this, for sure. You got the iPhone XR, so you got a 2019 phone, you definitely don't need this. Stick with that. 2018 phone, same thing. Who should get it? If you're someone like me who came from an iPhone 7 or earlier, 7, 8, 6, 5, any of those, consider upgrading. From my iPhone 7, it's still an iPhone, you know. A lot of the stuff is going to stay the same, which is part of the reason that we all love iPhone. It's very familiar, you know. The apps and all that stuff stay the same. But coming from my iPhone 7, I did feel a significant upgrade in speeds, you know, just like the new kind of feel of things with the Face ID and the full screen. So if you're coming from maybe an iPhone 7 or below, I think you should upgrade. It's something you should consider. If you're coming from XR or up, any phone from 2018, 2019, you definitely don't need it. And if you got like an iPhone 8 or 8 Plus and you're still debating, well, that choice is up to you. And now, should you upgrade to the Pro models? So the Pro models, respectively, cost $9.99 and $10.99 for the iPhone 12 Pro and the 12 Pro Max. Whereas the iPhone 12 and the 12 mini, the 12 costs $7.99 and the 12 mini costs $6.99. So for me, the 12 Pro series was completely out because I didn't see much value in it. What are you going to be getting? There's some stuff like Apple Pro RAW and a little extra lens, and that's basically all you're talking here. You got like a little bit of like a steel side, just a little bit more premium, something you can flex on other people better. But besides that, you're not really getting anything $200 more worth. So for me, the ideal phone for most people, for me and most people, is the iPhone 12. It's got a perfect size, comes with all the great features that the iPhone 12 has to offer. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So I hope you found this video helpful. I hope you were able to decide on whether you want to buy it or not, if you were considering, or just came here for pure entertainment. Anyways, guys, I know this is a long video. Thank you for making it to the end. That's pretty much it. I'll catch you in the next one, and bye. See ya.